How's it going, everybody? Bobby here once again. You might know me on as Iron Hammer 5, and today I've got a review of the Cool 54 from Innokin, and it's pink. Let's take a look at it, shall we? So here it is, guys, and in case you care, here's the packaging. It comes in one of Innokin's usual plastic boxes. I noticed an error straight away on here in that it says here that the clearomizer resistance is 0.3 ohm minimum, and it fires down to 0.2 ohm, and in the manual it says 0.2 ohm. So just something for the packaging there, Innokin, guys. Which one is it, 0.3 or 0.2? Mine fires to 0.2. It comes in the box, comes out like normal. You get a USB cable in there, the standard iTaste white one that I think they send out with most of their products, or at least that's what I've had with other products in the past. Comes with an ego adapter. Do you know what I'm going to do with that? It's gone. It's 2015. I'm using an ego adapter. Comes with the mod, of course. And beneath this rubbery shit, you get the manual with all the usual stuff in. I'm not going to go through it. If you buy one, you'll have your very own manual that you can read through should you wish. It comes with some kind of paper stuff and Innokin stickers in the bottom. So yeah, that's the packaging. Get that out of the bloody way. Let's get to the mod. Here it is, guys. Pink. I love it. It looks fucking awesome, right? That kind of brushed almost finish on there. It feels a little bit, you can feel the green in it, if that's what you would call it. Is it called green? I don't know. But you can feel it. It's kind of like a purpley colour in when the light's not bright, but it's bright pink in bright light. It you can see the as the light moves from the my lights here. Kind of pink and purple. They call it amethyst, this particular colour. There's plenty of other colours if you want other colours. But yeah, let's take a look at it from the top. You have a nice 510 connection there. It looks like a stainless insert in here. It is spring loaded. I don't need to poke it with a screwdriver to prove it to you guys, but it is spring loaded, and it has a little big nose face on there too. It looks like a raindrop with a face on, right? So that's that part. It looks great. It has some slots for airflow if you want that. One thing about that is you can see it sits a little bit proud of the other side here, this kind of more greyish side. The 510 part is raised up a little bit more, so some things, well, everything sits a little bit not flush, but some things worse than others because the spring loaded part isn't very deep. It doesn't go down very much, so a lot of other atomizers won't sit flush. Then from the sides we've got venting on the sides. It's this not lovely curved kind of shape, and it's just really nice. On the front you have your buttons. I'll get more to the front in a minute. On the bottom we have an Innokin logo, a cap that you can't take off to change the battery, which sucks. I wish you could change the battery because it doesn't last very long for me vaping at 40 watts. And we have an on-off switch, which is a little bit rattly. If you can hear it, it's a little bit rattly. The buttons on the front don't rattle at all. They seem to have fixed that in the consumer models. I got this one from Vapor Depot. They've got them in stock in the UK. Check them out. vapordepot.co.uk, I believe, is the URL. But yeah, I wish I could change the battery. But this on-off switch is a lovely, lovely touch to have available because you know that it's cut off. So if we switch it on from the bottom, it will be switched off when it arrives. So make sure you turn it on first. We switch it on and we press the button and it says check atomizer because there's nothing attached to it. Let's see if I can slightly adjust the focus here a little bit because it doesn't look like it's in focus, and it doesn't look like it wants to get in focus either. Sorry guys. So check atomizer, there we are. And then we see the main screen. You can see the battery indicator on the right. It doesn't tell you the ohms. You will notice straight away that it does read to 2 decimal places on the ohm reading. You see there's no voltage displayed either. 37 watts is where I've been vaping at just now. 3 clicks will lock the device, and you'll see it flash on the lights on the button as classic Innokin style. 3 more clicks will turn it back on, and you'll get another little rainbow light effect on the button, and it will turn back on for you. If you want to change the wattage, you're going to have to hold the button down until it flashes and then press it to change it. And then you can change it, and you hold it and it will go all the way around, and it goes from like 7 to 40 watts. I've been using it around 37. It goes in 0.5 increments, and I think that's great because it means less fucking around. And like, really, do you need to change it from 36.3 to 36.5? I don't think I do. Some people might want to. If you're one of them people, then this mod isn't for you. But it changes in 0.5, which I think is more than enough, to be honest. So that's how you change the wattage. Once you fire it, it will become locked again, and you can't change it just by pressing the buttons. You have to hold it down until it flashes, and then you can press it and change it, and then you can hold it down, and it will cycle through. I wish you didn't have to do that. I get why they do it that way, but I never have troubles with any of my other mods pressing the buttons by mistake and changing the wattage. Really, it never happens. It happens so rarely that the inconvenience of waiting and holding it down is more annoying than the inconvenience of the one time every 6 months that I accidentally change it and like burn my coil out or something. For me personally, USB port on the bottom. It's a really great USB port. Things plug in very nicely to it, and it kind of grabs the cord, so it's not going to come out by mistake or anything. Like, it's just a really nice USB port. The rest of the design is really nice, aside from one thing, and that's this fucking badge, right? Innokin, I'm sure there could have been a more elegant way for you to put Cool 4 on this product than this big honking silver sort of engraved badge, right? It looks like it belongs on a briefcase or something, or like on like your dad's wallet or something. I just don't like it. I think it looks kind of shitty, and kind of, I've heard other people say that they do like it. I think it's kind of like a bit old-fashioned, like it looks a bit from the 80s or something. I don't know. I wish they'd have done it a bit more sleeker, maybe sort of similar to like how Eleaf does it on the iSticks, with like the white sort of like painted or printed on. I don't know what they use to do it, but maybe like a white Cool 4 on top of the pink would look nice. And I think would look much more modern. I think the rest of the styling of it itself, I think it looks fucking really nice. It feels nice. It feels super well built. Everything works as it should. It fires down to 0.2 for me. If we pop an atomizer on here, which is how I've been using it with the Cthulhu RTA, we can see perhaps that it doesn't quite go all the way down. Can you see it's just slightly raised off? Very, very, very slightly raised off. It just doesn't quite go all the way down. Because of that thing, it doesn't matter what you screw on there, because the 510 central part doesn't is slightly raised up. It's just so tiny that it's really hard to even notice. But that central like stainless part is definitely raised a slightly higher than the outer part on the other side of this kind of like juice welly kind of section on here. So there's that. And then if we take an RDA like with a longer 510 pin on it, and this is a clone, so it's a bit wiggly and it doesn't go in very straight, but because of how shallow that 510 spring loaded is, that's as far as I can tighten it down. So if you've got anything with a long 510 pin, your tugboats and a lot of RDAs nowadays, there's going to be a big gap, because the lowest spring loaded, the spring doesn't go down deep enough. So that is one con. I wish Innokin made that spring loaded part a tiny bit deeper. I've mostly been using it with the Cthulhu, so for me that hasn't been a problem, and now I'm dropping RDAs everywhere. So it goes down as far as it can on the Cthulhu at least, and you don't get such a problem with that. And there's my phone. So continuing on after a phone call, there it is with an atomizer on. You can see this is a 0.26 atomizer, and it does fire, and it does show you the time of when you fire. If you hold two buttons here, you can see the current battery voltage, and you can see the puff counter, which nobody really cares about. It is cool to be able to see the current battery voltage though. Kind of gives you a bit more of an accurate reading than this meter on the side here. You can kind of tell how far it's going to go, how far down it really is. One thing I do like is that when you click this on 3 times and you get the Innokin logo, if I do it actually 3, you can see how I skipped the Innokin logo there. Once it's locked, you can click it 3 times, and when you click it 3 times, like, it doesn't matter if you do it like 1, 2, 3, it still unlocks it. But then the Innokin technology part comes up. You can actually press it again to vape while that is up, which is great. If I just show you that, 1, 2, 3, and then I can press it and vape, and it will just take it away straight away. So you don't have to wait. Like on a Sigeli, for example, I've got one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no, it's off because it was already on. If I turn it back on though, you have to wait for this. I can't get rid of it. I have to wait for it to go, and then I can fire it. With this, the Innokin part, it's just kind of there because it is, but you don't have to wait. You can just skip straight past it if you want and vape straight away. So that's great when you're getting it out of the pocket. You can reverse the screen if you want to. I don't want to. I like it that way around. Battery venting holes on the back. They're even like kind of put on there in a nice design way. Love the colour of it. Let's give it a little vape and talk about it a little bit more. So super quickly, a couple of things I forgot in that close-up part. Firstly, if you want to change it from wattage to voltage mode, you hold the minus button and the power button at the same time, and that will change it to voltage mode. And if you want to change it back to wattage mode, you hold the fire button and the positive button at the same time, and that will change it back to wattage mode. Just in case you want to use voltage mode, that's how you do that. And the other thing that I forgot to mention is the lights on the button, and of course it's yellow at the moment because the battery is about halfway down. It will be green usually if you've got a full charge, and when it gets to red it will change to red on the other side, and it will mean that it's time to charge your battery and it's about to die any second. And literally when it gets to red, it is about to die any second. So I forgot those parts. So there it was, people, the Cool 5.4 from Innokin, and it's really nice. I'm very impressed with it. It's so well made, it feels solid in the hand. The badge thing, as I might have mentioned, is, I don't really like that part, but aside from that, it looks really nice. Curve, it feels nice. I wish the bottom wasn't square. It just feels a bit rough, like, I don't know, something about it. I wish that wasn't square, but let's have a little vape on it. 37 watts I'm running at the moment, 0.26. Like, I've been pushing this thing, pushing it as much as you can anyway, pretty much. And I've got the Cthulhu on top. That's how I've been vaping it. And it makes a lovely little vape to take out and about with you, providing you're not going out for too long, because you're going to need to charge it. The battery in it, I wish I could change it right. Takes a couple of hours for me to kill it if I'm out and about. So if I'm going out for a long time, it's going to die on me, and I can't just swap a battery out, right? But because I'm vaping it at 0.26 ohms at 40 watts pretty much all the time, it's going to happen, right? What do I expect on a single battery like device kind of like this? But if you're somebody who vapes this at like 20-25 watts or something, maybe like 25 watts on the sub tank at 0.5 ohms or something, it's going to last you much longer. For me personally, if I wanted to get through a day using this, I'm going to have to charge it about 4 times probably, using it like this at this ohms and this wattage. But that's just the reality of that size battery, like a 2000 mAh battery. That's how it's going to work out. That's not a complaint, that's just a reality of that battery. It's a complaint that I can't change the battery, because then that problem will be solved, right? Everything else about it, there's really not much to complain about at all with this mod. If you're looking for like a 40 watt mod that you can take out and about with you, and it's quite small, there's lots of different colour options, so you can choose what you want. Obviously I love the pink. Everything really is good. It's just a solid device. I can't think of anything that I want to fault about it. The bottom switch that you can turn it on and off with is great. It's a bit of peace of mind to know that once you switch that, the battery is completely disconnected, and that you're not going to have any funky stuff going on. The way it works, the way it fires, the way even like the way the 3 clicks works, and the where you don't have to wait for the screen to boot up, you can vape straight away. That's great. The holding the buttons kind of bugs me a bit to change the wattage, but you can get over that pretty easily. Charging port's in the right place, so if you do want to use it like something to vape while charging, then that's great. You can just sit it on your desk plugged in, and you can use it as you want it. So if you're somebody who wants to use it a lot when you're close to a charger and you want to use it at higher wattages, at like closer to the 40 watts, similar to how I am, if you're close to a charger, it's not going to be such a problem for you. It's just when I want to take it out, and the reason I want a small device like this is to take it out with me, right? If I'm at home, I'm generally using like a Sigeli or something bigger. This is the kind of thing I want to take out with me with my Cthulhu on top, right? So many great things about it though. I'm very impressed with it, how it works, how it performs, how it feels, the finish of it, everything. There's really nothing to complain about. There's a tiniest of rattles in that. If I kind of do this, I don't know if you can hear it rattling. But that's in the on-off switch at the bottom, not in the front buttons. So the Cool 5.4, I couldn't fault it, guys. If you're looking for a tiny, small mod that goes up to 40 watts, like, and has lots of colour options too, so you can get kind of something that you like, I really can't complain about this at all. Like, I definitely want to recommend. The price is right. Very impressed. Innokin doing good stuff as ever, really, right? I haven't heard too many complaints about their products in the past. This is my first actual box mod from them. I've used a couple of other Innokin things before, but I haven't had any of the MVPs or anything in the past. So there it is. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. More stuff coming up soon. There's going to be a kind of clone authentic troll comparison when I do my troll review, because I got my authentic one through. I've also got the new RDA from Cthulhu mods coming up, so don't forget to subscribe for those videos. Obviously plenty more shit coming up in the future too, so stay tuned, guys. Cool 5.4, if you're looking for a mod like this, then go out and buy one if you can find them in stock. I got mine from Vapor Depot in the UK. They're awesome guys. They've got them in stock at the moment, a few left I think, so check them out. And it's just great. Thanks for watching, people. You're all fucking awesome. Take care, and bye bye.